brothers and sisters, generals, welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion. And I'd like to place that gold over our families. May all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And got to give that honor to thy ancestors, man, the righteous generals, brother or sister, that fought through tooth and nail, did everything they had to do, to get many of us in that divine space, that we are in. Be thankful if we have a stable mind and we're paying attention, and we're paying attention to ourselves, our families, environments we're in, things to come, things to keep us healthy, mind, body, and soul. I always say the seeing, hearing, and feeling. I know I say that a lot, but it's becoming a reality. It's becoming important to filter our psyches, and what we let come in and what go out. We got to watch that traffic in that psyche, because the body can be a fickle thing. It really can. So welcome, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view. I salute you. All the great content creators out there, the real ones, like-minded brothers, riches and teachers that's doing their thing, has been getting it in and put in the work. I salute you, brother or sister, and not just those who are content creators. Anybody or anyone, and especially in my family, others' families, head of households, brother or sister, younger or older, that's trying their best to do the right thing, even when it's not easy, because that's when we'll know who we are, right? And my son Lord Lamont, we look for another father and son discussion. I didn't get together with him yesterday because I had some things I had to do as well as today, but we'll get together today and we'll have a discussion. But we'll get to that. So call down protection. I think that great divine for my biological children and my God children. I always gotta say that. And the brothers and sisters one has met along the way, through trial and error, and and going through we have to put forth the effort, get through those human layers. Some I always talk about it. There's no escaping of getting to the pit of one's soul, to be true to oneself. I mean, I used to say, haven't said it in a while, till we hit to the bottom of that barrel, thong, and just get rid of all the toxic shit, that we have developed over the years. I'm talking about before we become aware. And this brother, sister, family member, when we just studying ourselves and we become aware and we don't do old things we used to do, and be as truthful with ourselves as we possibly can. Because being in denial, danger, because it's just going to come back and bite you on the ass. So that's what leads me into what I want to talk about. Brothers and sisters, as many of us know that are aware these days, as my son and I, Lord Lamont, as we speak on, people are not dumb. I was saying people are not dumb anymore, but I don't want to make it look like people were dumb. Nobody's ever dumb. It's just we're just not aware, unless we're just not seeking to be better or become intelligent. And we're not just talking about books, just knowing oneself overall and not doing toxic stuff, getting rid of the toxic errors, that's in our human body. Never ever listen to the human flesh. If we've learned nothing in these times, brothers, sisters, younger or older, family member, man, get rid of all toxic things within, because it will come back and bite you on the ass. I'm telling you, if we've learned nothing else in these times, we better do right, because I don't play with that great divine, that divine force. People can say what they want to say, but that God force, the real God force, that guide us in the right direction and not hurt our brothers and sisters, or anyone for that matter, not have a hurting spirit. We have a tough spirit, brother or sister, that ain't taking no shit, but at the same time, a loving spirit, but a tough spirit, not a toxic spirit where we're thinking wrong things about one and then smiling in their face. That is so wrong. That's deadly. And that tags into jealousy. Jealousy can be dangerous. Jealousy is almost more, I would say jealousy is probably more dangerous than stress. Real talk. Jealousy can be a killer. Real talk. And it can consume you, and take over you. And if you're not aware of yourself, we got to get to the base of our feelings while we feel the way we feel, because so they won't screw us down the road, or, like I said, we won't be, eating crow, so to speak. And, that's an old saying, but man, just do what we can in that present. I'm always focusing on that present, because man, I'm telling you, it will make for a brighter future. And that woulda, coulda, shoulda syndrome, especially when you have done something in your younger years and you haven't, tried to fix it, you tried to bury it and suppress it, it'll just depress you in your older years. So that leads me into my banner and or thumbnail, and this will be a hip hop what ifs, and I want to speak on a little bit about jealousy and why. I was gonna put that at the beginning, but I didn't want to. I don't know, because I'm not one to clout chase or jump on trends, so I didn't put that word in the title because I want to, because like I say alleged and speculation, but our discernment doesn't lie. When we really listen to that true spirit within, our spirit don't lie. Just like pictures. They say pictures say 1,000 words. Man, I'm telling you, when we observe and pay attention, you know, people who carry stuff within, this anybody, high status, low status, it don't matter. We can't hide what's inside. And that goes for me too. And that goes for negative or positive. But we got something positive, and we just it's just welling up in us. We can't wait to share it, and we have this passion in us. It will come out. But the flip side, when we're harboring wrong things we know we have done, it will show in our life, in our actions, in our face. If we really feel it, especially jealousy, if we feel it deep within, jealousy is a mother hubble. You can't hide it, especially if you're not aware of it and you're just jumping off impulses and but again, we can't hide what's inside, because somebody used to always like to say, whatever, especially if it's evil, wherever we harbor evil deep within, Mother Nature, that great divine, and the universe is going to draw it out. Now, how would that happen? It would happen one or two or three ways. It will show in our face. It will show in how we move. It will show in what we do when we carry that toxic jealousy shit. And it will come through others because, again, like my son and I said, Lord Lamont, salute. People are not dumb. People are having facts. People are having receipts. People, in this social media age, they can go all the way back and bring up things. So that's why I say being a celebrity is not what it's all cracked up to be. Real. It's like a lot of us have had wool pulled over our eyes for years. We looking toward these celebs and thinking they this and thinking they that and doing all kind of shit up under the sun, allegedly. You know what I mean? And really it's sad when you think about it. I don't make light of things like that because, I used to like, of course, we all like Snoop and Tupac and stuff. But what all this other shit has to do with music? I like, what the hell happened? All this partying and all this other shit that has nothing to do with fucking music. Because I love hip hop to the soul, just like my son and so many others. Even those that maybe not be a rapper or artist, just have a passion and a love for hip hop. And, it hurts me to see brothers going against each other, sisters too, but I'm kind of speaking on brothers right now. And I tell you, we don't have to say nothing. As I told my son on the last podcast we did, it was a hip hop, I think it was a hip hop what ifs. We were lifted, I forget what the topic was. No, it wasn't a hip hop what ifs. Well, anyway, the last father and son discussion, I can't remember right now. I'm having a brain freeze. Well, anyway, the last one my son and I did, and I talked about, it's sad. It really is, and I always try to think of if brothers just could have banded together and just did the right thing, how wonderful and beautiful, hip hop could really be, and all these bad taste in our mouth from the things that some of these celebs and artists have done. It just, man, but hip hop is still alive. We got some good artists out there too, and that's what we need to focus on. Those who are not jealous, those who want to work together and collab, And I want to send a little salute and a love to Eve and Lauren Hill. I seen a picture of them together, and I love seeing that. And Keisha Cole, as you'll hear me talk about Keisha Cole all the time. I don't have a list, but any artists come to mind, I bring them up. Like Pimp C, who is speaking from the grave. Rest in peace and empower Pimp C. Rest in peace and empower Aaliyah. Rest in peace and empower Left Eye from TLC. I just seen a photo of her not too long ago. And, things like that, I keep their spirit alive. And any other artists that, they had a good passion and a love for music, and things just happened to them and took them away from this planet too early. Like my cousin, L'Oreal Lyrical. May she rest in peace and in power. And I'll still be uploading new music from her too, cause she got music that she made I haven't even uploaded yet. But rest in peace and in power to my cousin. L'Oreal Lyrical, man, was a force to be reckoned with. Y'all hear me bring her up every now and then. I would never let her spirit die, as well as others in one's family. My grandparents, my dad, again, had two babies in the family at transition. My aunt Vera, who owned the building that I'm literally living in right now, and my cousin Brian, he's my landlord now, which is my aunt Vera's son. And it's just wonderful. And when we work hard and earn what we have, we'll enjoy the fruits of our labor and our parents or grandmothers' labor. That we'll enjoy the fruits of their labor when we appreciate them and acknowledge what they did. Keep their spirit alive. Not staying in the past, just remembering, reminiscing. Just remembering the warmth from our parents or grandparents or other family members that helped us get to a position we in. We always got to remember things like that. Great divine, Mother Nature, universe, love, stuff like that. But getting back to we can't hide what's inside. Now, again, I'm not about the trend thing and the celebrity gossip. I speculate, I observe. I try to go deeper into things, which I have learned from teachers. I've learned things on my own, of course, from my family, my mom and dad, grandparents and stuff like that, cousins, uncles, aunties. Got, like I always say, got jewels along the way from a little bit of everybody, children, everything. And then, of course, leaders and teachers, maybe in the world or online. Now, it's a brother I listen to right now today. Again, I don't comment a lot. You might not see me a lot. I might not interact a lot, which I'm kind of working on in that area, because I heard it's a lot of brothers and sisters, content creators that I listen to. I'm just kind of bringing them up because I know how content creating can be challenging. Now, I'm talking about the real brothers and so I'm kind of speaking on brothers, but sisters too, but I'm kind of speaking more so on the brothers. And I did hear a content creator, which he has a huge platform, but he a righteous brother, and there's a few of them. And he said these times are making us standoffish, and we not scared to speak to one another, but we're hesitant to speak to one another and interact. So that's one thing I am aware of, and a lot of us are aware of how this social media is. The human communication is changing, and we don't communicate like we should. I agree, and that's the area I have to work on. But I will say that jealousy shit and that sneaky shit, and and thinking bad and looking bad in others, and who he think he is or who she think, that shit's for the fucking birds. Real talk, it really is. And where is it gonna get you anyway? Again, it's just gonna come back and bite you on the ass, because you got all types of jealousy. You got the covert jealousy. You have the outright jealousy, where those who jump off impulses because of something jealous. That's better. At least you'll see it. But it's the covert jealous people. Entities, or it could be brother or sister. But I'm kind of speaking on brothers. Because I love my brothers, man. Real talk, my biological and brothers I met along the way. In my family, and none of us are perfect, but I would never get to the point where even if I disagree with the brother, I would never let it turn into hate. And why? Because what we work for, what we strive for, anything, it'll be all for nothing if we tear it down with that jealousy shit. We all have a divine ability and or quality. We got to know the gifts that we have and the great things that we are capable of, and stop fucking comparing ourselves, especially our black people, black culture. We got a habit of fucking showing off in front of each other and tearing each other down when we see somebody doing good. And I heard a content creator say this. We got to stop that shit. It's fucking ridiculous, man. It is. I mean, like, I know a sister that comes from a platform I had been on, actually a platform which I'm going to speak on here. And I got a story from this brother and his platform that I was on that helped me get my platform to grow. Even though my platform isn't big, it's still an achievement. It's progress. Because it was a time I had like 25 subscribers. No, I had a little less than that. And I spoke on this, like I said, the only platform I've ever spoke on. And I listened to many out there. And I've gave them all salutes, and my son and I, we've talked about our favorite content creators. If I can find it, I'll put it in the end screen, and I name names and everything, because it was a time when I didn't even name names, and but once I started getting more comfortable, because I don't want to really say people's name unless I got something good to say about them. I don't want to be, because it's just gonna come back and bite you on the ass. What we put out is what the fuck we gonna get back. I don't know why people can't seem to grasp this, and that's positive or negative. So get through the disagreements, get to the core, and understand one another, and keep on fighting against the real enemy. We are not our enemies. That's why I always call on that great protection from our great divine for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy. Don't fuck up that present, because if I'm telling you, once we do something, I'm talking about really bad to someone, or even thinking, it's just a matter of time for it to come back. It could be years, it could be a long time, but you can man, trust me, it's gonna come back. I've experienced it in way in the past doing things, because God don't play with me. The real guy, that force just doesn't mess with me. And the reason why the divine is hard on some of us, because it knows the potential in us, and it tries to protect us from things. That's why we have to listen to our intuition. This for sisters too, and stop fucking playing and tap in to that power that great divine is trying to show us and give us. But I want to speak on, I remember when I had 20 subscribers or a little less, and this brother platform I spoke on, the only platform I ever spoke on. Salute. I'm not gonna say his name, but I said his name in the past. But people listening, they know who I'm talking about. And another sister that comments on my videos sometimes, or audio, or a podcast. She comes from his platform, and she's a good sister. And she kind of like me. Her platform not real big either, but she's a true brother. She's a true sister, and she's great. She supports, and that's what's up, man. And that lets you know that she's strong within herself. She's comfortable with who she is. And that's cool. If you have that confidence within, and you don't care about numbers and subscribers and all that, be thankful. Because not everybody can do that, and that's how this social media will do, or media will have us like that. And it divides us. No, I always tell my son, Lord Lamont, it's not how many views we get, it's who viewing. That's what I live by. And the same with music, with Rap Fame, SoundCloud. It's not how many listeners we get, it's who's listening. That's what's most important. So that's one of the principles that old brother EBS Cares live by. Now, I'm a human, of course. Little things gonna come in me, but that's why we study human nature, but not just for others. We do it for oneself. And this for brother or sister, but again, this is more so for brothers. And we see where those feelings are coming from, and get rid of that shit. And know that we can have divine abilities too, and stand with our brothers. Because again, we never know what brothers are going through. So that's why we shouldn't compare shit, and listen to brothers, and listen to them on some of these platforms and stuff. And they'll tell you some of the things they've been through. Then we'll get a better understanding, overstanding, or understanding. Then we'd be like, so that's why the brother's so aggressive, or that's why the brother is like that or like this. Because man, people are something else. Real talk. I mean, man, people are something, especially when you become aware of things and you start seeing things that were pretty much already there, but we become more aware of things and behaviors in people. It's crazy, sad sometimes, and people just sabotage themselves, so that's what we can't do. We step off for a minute, get in our own space, solitude. I love solitude. Get to know ourselves so we can make the corrections in ourselves and come out powerful. And man, I'm telling you, it's the gift that keeps on giving, and we feel so much better. And don't get stuck in the woulda, coulda, shoulda syndrome. So I want to go back to the platform I spoke on, and a salute to the sister that comments on my videos sometimes. And I'll say her name. Her name is Queen Mayat Rogers, if I said that right. Queen Mayat Rogers. And she's actually on my favorite content creator list, as well as other sisters I've mentioned. I mentioned Positively Angela, and these are two sisters that came from the platform that the brother gave me a voice on. So salute to them. And like I said, Queen Mayat Rogers is a wonderful sister. She's very nice, man, and she's very supportive. And I've supported her too. She hasn't uploaded nothing in a while though, but I went on her channel and tried to support. I subscribed to her and supported, a couple of her videos. I even commented on them, and I salute to that. And positively, Angela. I haven't commented on her videos in a while, but I do listen to them because I love her personality. She has the most wonderful, bubbly, as I said before, a very bubbly uh, personality. I love her speeches, and she comes at a different angle in different speeches. She might speak a little bit of the Christian way, but you can feel the realness in her heart, so that's what we got to look at. Like I always say, folks, we all part of that same righteous tree, just different branches. Those who are righteous and mean well to the pit of the soul. All right, now I want to get into some summaries of jealousy and how damaging and toxic and evil and man and dangerous it can be. I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but I want to speak on a story. The brother platform that I spoke on that gave me a voice, and those two sisters I just mentioned come from that platform, and I had to go through working through oneself and going through the layers and things that I had that I just wasn't aware of. And I thank this brother for bringing things up out of me. And we need brothers and sisters, but I'm kind of speaking, like I said, I'm speaking about the brothers. We need brothers with that hard truth that's not afraid to tell us the truth. We need brothers like that, and bring that shit out of us, and deal with it and be like, oh, okay. And, have those aha moments and get ready for the results. It's wonderful, righteous results. Now, I've been, this brother I still listen to today. I mean, he's just, and everybody on his platform, those who are righteous, he's had on his platform that speak, he's had some that maybe weren't right. But I've seen this brother go through, he spoke on what he's been through, and I've kind of seen things he's went through. And I've seen him, and this is many brothers out there probably get their platforms attacked, but I've seen this brother platform get attacked and all kind of stuff, and it actually broke my heart. And like, and there's many content creators out there like that. I'm just using this brother as an example, and I look forward to see it when I see his videos upload. I get excited. I see that. And that's wonderful, man, to have that effect. When you have people excited to hear you speak, and then when they don't hear you for a while, like, man, where is such and such? Man, I wonder what he doing. I ain't heard him speak, in a righteous way. And that's wonderful, and he's just one of them brothers that, hey, I'm telling you, better have your shit together. He's going to bring it out. God has just given him that gift. You have to accept it. Some brothers just have that skill. If they got it, they got it. Get over ourselves. We got to stop that shit, black people. Brothers mainly, we gotta stop that comparing, competing, and side-eyeing each other. We gotta stop that shit, so. But I've seen this brother platform get attacked and all that, and I'm never like, man, I'm never like, wishing nobody's downfall, because that's gonna come back. Like I said a few minutes ago, what we put out is what the hell we gonna get back. It's not a joke, even if we're just thinking it. As I told my son, Lord Lamont, if we're harboring any demons within, they will manifest. They will come out. Demons will talk to you. Demons don't give a fuck about us. It will humiliate us, and it will come through other people. So you might as well do right. To begin with. And we feel something, fucking deal with it. But like I said, I seen this brother platform get attacked and all kind of stuff, and I didn't like it. I really didn't. It's ridiculous. The brother ain't hurting nobody. He's just speaking the truth, speaking his truth, and sharing life experiences. And it's wonderful. And the brother has come a long way, as many other great content creators. I'm talking about the real brothers out there, and the ones in the world too, not just content creators, but brothers in general. In my family, my biological brother, those who just standing firm and just trying to live a right life, And it ain't always got to be a deep spiritual thing. Just trying to be a righteous human being, man, it's challenging enough. Real talk. So why add to our life and make it worse? I'm telling you, it's gonna come back and bite us in the ass. I don't give a damn who we are. High status, low status, celeb, politic, I don't give a damn. Go back to what Lauryn Hill said. I use this verse till I'm blue in the face. How you gonna win if you ain't right within? I'm telling you, it's utterly impossible, So I just wanted to, again, like I said, I seen this brother platform get attacked a lot, and I felt bad. It hurt me, because I don't like to see brothers go through struggle. I've been through struggles. I know what it's like to struggle and be attacked and have things coming at you for no reason. So when the brother finally got his stuff back right and got his platform back up, I was happy, and they were messing with his numbers and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't like that because I know as many other brothers, salute, I know that the brother earned it and he deserved and earned the status that he's at and that he has, and he's not one of those brothers that live for status quo or nothing, but he earned the space that he's in. So we got to know this, brothers, and stop side-eyeing people who have numbers. I'm talking about the righteous ones now. I ain't talking about those who clout chasing and buying subscribers and that fake shit. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about our real brothers in the world, and our real brothers that have platforms, whether they got big numbers or small numbers. Those that have a passion and just expressing it on their platforms. So I salute to those who have huge numbers. I don't, it inspires me. It fires me up because I don't look at the numbers anyway. A lot of times when I go to the video, I don't even look at the numbers. You know what I'm saying? I click straight on to the video. I don't look at the numbers. Sometimes I might look at the comments, but I don't go in the chat rooms though. I don't look at the chat rooms. I kind of exit out the chat rooms because I am there. We're supposed to be there. And this could be sisters too. Again, I'm speaking about brothers because we are supposed to be on these reaches and teachers platforms to listen to them speak, not compare, not look at their numbers, not look at their subscribers. Now, sometimes I do look at the comments because some of the comments be interesting, but I don't look at it to be nosy. I look at it to, to almost like, I don't know how to explain it, but because you have a lot of intelligent brothers and sisters that comment, aside from the ones that be saying stupid stuff and those impulse comments, they don't think before they comment. And I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that you got some that say some comments that'll blow you away. And I'm talking about those brothers or sisters. I'm kind of speaking on brothers though, and will say some really intelligent things. So that's the things I look for in comments, and I don't even look at all of them. I just kind of look at some of them. I even put a like on them, and I'll even report the ones that are inappropriate. Like if I see porn links or something like that, I'll report it because I don't like that shit, especially if it's on a righteous brother or sister's platform. I don't like that shit because they used to be on mine and I blocked that shit. So anything inappropriate, I report that shit because I'm all about, because again, there were those who encouraged me as well as my family. I'm not putting my family out of there. I'm just talking about, brothers and sisters I've met along the way, whether online or in the world, and it's wonderful. So I would never want to see no one's downfall because, again, we cannot hide what's inside. And I got this on my banner because this was kind of a representation of it. And I'm not exposing Snoop Dogg or not nothing because I was telling my son, and we even spoke on Snoop Dogg in a podcast. I think it was Character or Keep Hip Hop Alive, one of them. And I was praising Snoop Dogg. I love how positive he was being and the wonderful things he was doing. And then, there's things in the media, I see it too, but I try to speculate and not try to jump on it so fast and really think about it and analyze it and observing it. But I was looking at this photo. My son and I, Lord Lamont, salute, we spoke on this photo. Now, this photo speaks for itself. Now, I always wondered, what was Snoop thinking in his mind in this photo? And why did he have that look on his face? So I had this on my banner because, again, that's why I came up with the title. We cannot hide what's inside. And you tell me, anybody, put it in the comments. What are your conclusions? Let's draw our own conclusions to what we see in this photo. Now, does he look happy? Does he look cheerful? And why was he standing behind Tupac? Why wasn't he standing on the side of him? And why does it look like he has a knife behind him? You know what I mean? Now, I'm just speculating. This is alleged now. But just look at this photo. This is, as a matter of fact, the brother I was just speaking about that gave me a voice on this platform. He speaks on this kind of stuff. How people will smile in your face but got a knife behind your back. And that's dangerous. And it's sad. And that brother that I just spoke on, he also said that he heard through another good friend that another person hated him, So, yeah. And it's crazy. It really is. It really is. And, yeah, so it really is. It's crazy. Hold that thought. I'll be right back, brothers and sisters. Hold that thought. All right. Be right back. All right, brothers and sisters, we are back. I had to stop. My son, Lord Lamont, just came in. He just got here.
How's it going? How's everybody doing?
Yep. And I'm gonna start back where I left off. And first off, son, I'm gonna let you speak for a minute because I gotta do some things.
Wonderful Saturday morning. It's some nice air outside. It's great weather. It's a great day. It's the holiday season. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yep.
Peace and prosperity and love.
That's right.
It's I guess usually we do this on Fridays. But today's Saturday, so whatever.
Yeah, I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he popped up.
It's not a Friday exclusive thing. Or whatever.
And now I don't know if it'll make a difference now, but I'm gonna put in the description that he came in a little later on the podcast. So, but I'm still put his name in there. But he came in right on what I was talking about, and y'all know I was talking about the photo, and I was analyzing and breaking down the look on Snoop Dogg's face. Now, son, when you see that look on Snoop Dogg's face, what do you see?
I see the conspiracy to murder Tupac Amaru Shakur, and I think that it was a look of deceit, hate, contempt. He felt like he was in the back, and Pac was like, all eyes on me. He was what everybody wanted to see. He was the main attraction, and it left Snoop Dogg feeling like left under his, in his shadow, or you know what I'm saying, where he couldn't get his own shit going how he wanted it, because it was always as you were saying.
Now, I don't mean to cut you off.
Tupac.
No, before you finish. Now, the things we are saying, these are things that people are already saying. I always got to throw the alleged out there. So I just wanted to say that. This is stuff that we might have speculated on our own and we heard other people say. Okay, go ahead, continue.
He felt like he was in his shadow, and when people would always be like, oh, it's Snoop Dogg, well, where's Tupac?
Right.
And he didn't really like that. It seemed like that was kind of painted all over his
He
face.
tried so hard to hide it.
But Snoop Dogg seems like, from everything that I've ever seen about him, like a great guy.
Yeah.
And wears his heart on his sleeve.
And I remember I was saying it just a little while ago, right before you walked in. Remember how I talked when we was praising him, and I was saying I was liking the things he was doing. And I said it breaks my heart. I was like, wow, because a lot of people like Snoop, and it's like
his legacy has been other than that is like really good, like what he's done for the kids,
right? Because he has done good things, right? But he carried that shit inside. You can't hide what's inside.
I think, and I think we all, I guess have skeletons in our closets.
Yeah. But some of them a lot of us has dealt with those skeletons in our closet and got rid of that shit. You know what I mean? I was just speaking on that before you came in. And I was speculating the photo. I just said it a few minutes ago. Why was he behind Tupac?
Right.
Why wasn't he smiling? And how come he wasn't standing beside him?
Exactly. Like, that's how you think it would. Like, it wasn't just an award for Tupac.
And I almost hate to say it, but he just got this look in his face like, nigga think he is. I made that. That's the look. That's what I see. Him standing behind him.
Yeah.
So, but I said a few minutes ago, everybody that sees this photo, I'm sure everybody has, but we all, I leave it out there for others to come up with their own conclusion, what they think. And pictures, what they say, pictures worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So, it kind of speaks for itself.
It does.
And when you look at Tupac, he has no idea that Snoop is looking like that behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm sure he found out later. You know what I mean? I'm sure. How can you not see that?
Right. That's what I'm saying. His homies would have had to have been like, yo, this nigga was looking at you mad crazy.
Yeah. He did not look happy.
No, like that ain't, like, we need to go talk to him, see what's up with that.
Right. You know what it almost looked like? I don't even want to say it. Almost like the devil standing behind him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he just kind of got that sinister look.
Right. Yeah, I know it is. It is really sinister.
It's like you almost don't want to say it, but the picture don't fucking lie.
Right. It's like in that moment, the devil had possessed
Right,
Snoop
right.
and was like, "I'm coming for your soul, Tupac."
Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
Right. Well, I had looked up a summary about how dangerous being jealous can be. I'm gonna go through them real quick, and but before I get to them, I'm gonna let you speak a little bit more on So what's the 411 on the recent artist that you might have on your mind right now? Like you heard anything else about Lil Durk, or we always talk about Lil Durk.
Yeah, free Dirk, free Dirkio,
Mm.
Schmirkio.
And you said that the lawyer came up with some evidence that shows that he might not have had nothing to do.
Maybe they're not like his court date for one is on December 12th, so that's pretty soon. Like they're not making it a whole drawn out thing like they did with Young Thug and
Right.
Ryan W. Melly,
Yeah.
where that was like a 3-year, 4-year fucking thing.
Right.
Excuse my language. Apparently, so basically, from what I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, but according to like the circles that like really follow this shit,
Right.
um, a guy who did 12 years in prison, OTF Jam.
I don't know who that is. But I don't
He
think
then got out and signed to
he a new
Durk's.
artist or
yeah.
okay.
But an older man.
Okay.
He
Okay.
was signed to Lil Durk's Only the Family label.
Okay. Say his name again.
OTF Jam.
Okay. OTF Jam. Okay.
Yeah. And apparently he flew to LA and was on parole and didn't get permission to go to LA.
Oh.
So when he came back, his parole officer was like, what were you doing in LA? And at the same time, a crime happened where a guy named Lil Pob got killed. Rest in peace.
Does that have anything to do with jealousy or anything like that we talking about?
Absolutely. It absolutely has to do with jealousy. He was murdered. Lil Pob was murdered.
And that's perfect. That leads right into that's why I want you to speak a little bit. That leads right into it. All right, well, let me read how dangerous. So, okay. Jealousy can lead to stress. Jealousy can lead to stress, anger, which are linked to several illnesses. Anger can increase the risk of heart disease. A long-term stress can harm the immune system. I always talk about how stress can, I looked that up. Stress has the same symptoms as a virus. Same symptoms, breathing and all that shit. Same thing. I looked it up. Seven symptoms. Okay, let me see. Stress can harm the immune system and increase the risk of some cancers. The stress of jealousy can also cause sympathetic nervous system. Let's say sympathetic. Yeah, sympathetic. I think it's Sympathetic. Sympathetic. Ain't that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Sympathetic nervous system to activate, which can increase heart rate and blood pressure. So that means Snoop was on edge for a long time and probably still is. Allegedly. All right. Jealousy can lead to low self-esteem, insecurity, lack of trust, emotional self-sabotage, which is what he doing. And it, like I said, it's a toxic ripple effect. It affects everybody. Self-doubt, feelings of shame, which I'm sure he feeling. Jealousy can also lead to suspicion, doubt, and mistrust, possessiveness, controlling behaviors that can happen. All your relationships. The first phrases I was reading, it said mental health. Okay, this one says relationships. All right. Suspicion, doubt, and mistrust. Possessiveness, controlling behaviors, domestic violence, holy crap, excessive behaviors, and what's the other one? Criticizing, fault finding, or blaming. A quick temper. That's kind of like narcissism. Yeah. So those first ones I read, those were mental health, low self esteem, insecurity, lack of trust, emotional self sabotage, self doubt, feeling of shame. That's the mental health. So I don't see how people, man, he carried it all these years. Like, damn, what? Just for attention? You
It's
want somebody's
crazy because
demise just
like
for it?
that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Like your life is successful, you have everything. Why are you
Right.
jealous of
It's
somebody else?
ridiculous. I mean, because everybody at that time, I don't know. I don't know. Tupac, like, if he never got killed or anything, I wonder, like, they say he was outshining everybody. Do you think it would have? I think if they would have
He
worked with him,
was.
they still should try to work with him. But they were young. They let that jealousy set in. But I don't know. That's what started the crumbling, the downfall of Death Row because of all those hidden feelings people were carrying. And one of the other dudes, he was honest. He said we all felt the this alleged, but I heard the dude say this in the podcast. He said we all felt the kind of way, and the guy was talking about, remember when Snoop Dogg said he didn't like that song, Hit Him Up, but it shows him on the stage singing the song with Tupac. Remember I said he was telling those glory stories.
Hmm.
So allegedly, I think some of them might have been a little fabricated. He might have kind of, because a lot of people are saying he was quiet. He's been a real quiet since this Diddy situation, and they showed some little clips here and there him at them parties. I've seen the photos. Well, one photo I seen. So we don't know if they photoshopped, but even though I know he don't want his name out there like that, that's got to be fucking with him.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Mm, mm,
He
mm.
probably seen Busta Rhymes and how Busta Rhymes like said some cryptic shit
There's some things going on about
that
him too.
made him look guilty as fuck.
His name is out there too on some shit that ain't right. A new name popped up here recently. He ain't really got nothing to do with hip hop. You would never believe the name that's out there about have something to do with kissing a man.
What?
Denzel Washington.
What?
The
Man.
movie Gladiator. This ain't even alleged. This is true. Cause matter of fact, Doggy Diamond talked about it on his platform. He had the receipts and everything. Denzel said they had a scene in Gladiator where he kissed a man dead on the mouth, but they took it out the scene. Well, I'm gonna say alleged, but just to keep us protected, I'll say alleged.
That's
But and I
crazy.
used to always think. Remember, we was praising him. Remember, we said he'd make a good politician.
Yeah.
And I used to always think, cause I remember me and you was talking about Keanu Reeves, how he weaves in and out of the industry, and I used to always think, how does Denzel? I was like, I used to say, if Denzel can't get compromised, there ain't no hope. I mean, if he, come on, Denzel,
Right.
man. I mean, come on, man.
He was like a solid.
And they talking about he retiring. That's alleged too, but it's kind of ironic. Now you want to retire, but he was honest about it though. It showed in a little speech. He said it himself. He said that it got a scene in there where he kissed the man on the mouth, but they took it out. But he made it like he didn't care. He said they were afraid to show the world or something. But from what I'm getting, that he was all for it, the kissing of the man. But think about the movie Gladiator and the Romans.
Right.
They all were gay. They all slept with each
Exactly.
other. Fucking
Exactly.
Hitler was
So
gay.
yeah.
So it goes deep. It really does. So I'm done with the whole slab thing. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. I was watching the movie Scrooge last night. And I watched this movie. And you know how sometimes you watch these movies, someone be tear jerkers and you get into the characters and you really like it. But now I look at them now, it's like, what did they go through to make this movie? I can't get that out of my mind. You know?
Right.
Like to go back to the Robin Williams things we talked about when he killed
Yeah.
himself and all that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Heath Ledger.
I mean, I know. I mean, this kind of ties into hip hop because I call this the hip hop what is. This is a hip hop what is too. Can't hide what's inside. But we always tie in the subject because artists are doing. Some of our artists are compromised. And one thing that I seen a podcaster point out.
Mental health is important.
Yeah,
Mental
yeah,
health is, obviously the huge
right,
reasoning for it.
right,
One of the biggest factors in why
yeah,
it's happening is
yeah,
people having poor mental health,
yeah,
and other people forcing almost impossible workloads
Yeah.
onto those
Yep.
people with the
Yep.
fragile mind
And those
states.
contracts and all that stuff.
Exactly, and the pressure and all that of in society, even the masses, even people like you and I that
Yeah. Yeah.
enjoy and root on the people that that we believe in as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, sometimes even they can be, we can be overbearing and too
Yep.
much.
Yep. Yep. I was not, and when my son and I, when we talk about these things, we're far from perfect. We don't think we're perfect, but he ain't out here trying to hurt nobody. I'm not trying to
Right,
hurt nobody.
right,
Me and him, we might disagree sometimes, but we don't take it
right,
to the point where the jealous man. God damn, and that's even sadder when you
right.
got a father and a son, or a mother and a
Oh yeah,
daughter.
going through that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
I kind of
Yeah,
made this podcast more so for brothers, but sisters too. But and when
that shit.
yeah, when you got the mother jealous of the daughter and or the dad, that's
Right,
ridiculous.
and
That's
then
fucking
they throw it
ridiculous.
on reality
Yep,
TV, and
yep,
you wonder
yep,
why people like Britney Spears or like Miley Cyrus did what they did.
yep. And remember that child actor that I don't forgot what her name was. Remember it was a long time ago. You might have been too young though, but remember they was putting makeup on her and they was making her all grown. This little white girl. Remember she ended up getting killed, and everybody was blaming the parents because they put her all out there. And they was putting makeup on her and she looked all grown. This little white girl, what was her name? It was a big ass scandal. And she ended up dying. I can't remember what it was. I probably have to look it up. But that's a prime example of, I think that stemmed from the parents being jealous of that child, and they were trying to live their expectations
Mm-hmm.
through this child. The child
So
wasn't
they're
even fucking
projecting onto the kid, and
right.
the
And
kid is like, "What the
right.
hell? I'm a kid."
Right. And they just literally just
Tearing her
sacrificed their
apart. Yeah,
child
exactly.
for their own gain, and the child's no longer here,
Exploited her all the way to her death.
and now they living in shame for the rest of their life. I'm gonna have to look that up though. I think the child last name was Bonnet or Bonet. I can't remember what the name her name was, but I remember the little white girl was young. She wasn't no more than she couldn't have been no more than 8, 7. She was real young, and they would put all this makeup on her and make her look grown, and she would be in these inappropriate photos and
Like Shirley Temple type shit.
yeah, yeah. And people listen to this, they know who I bet you they know who I'm talking about, especially old school brothers and sisters, but I can't think of her fucking name right now.
I think it was
Yeah,
before my time. Cause the
yeah.
only one I can think of is like Shirley Temple.
And it's the same shit we see with these it was the same type of shit, it was just with a child.
Mm-hmm.
It was really sad, and she came up and she died. It was really sad. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure those parents living in a nightmare right now. They gotta live with that for the rest of their life.
Right, that poor little girl.
Can't hide what's inside. Yeah. Yeah, but before we probably gonna sign out here in a minute. But before my son came in here, I was speaking on high volume platforms that got a lot of subscribers and views, and I was speaking on.
I also wanted to finish on what I wanted to say too about the OTF jam. How it relates to Little Dirk is
Oh, okay, yeah.
he got home from the going to LA, and his parole officer asked him why. He ended up snitching on Little Dirk and the whole infrastructure.
Snitching on Dirk about what?
About a supposed murder.
Oh, okay.
That they supposedly got Lil Pab murdered, and that's why he flew to LA because he ran from his parole violation, and then got caught with a gun, and he's a felon, on federal parole.
Wow.
So they were like, "We're gonna throw you in prison for the rest of your life,
Or
you can give us Lil Durk." And he snitched.
so, and that stemmed from jealousy.
Yeah. Cause dude, Dirk gave him 50 grand when he got out. Bought him a house, bought him a car, made sure all his bills were paid for the rest of
Lil
his
Durk
life.
did that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And signed him to his record label so he'd always get paid.
And he was harboring jealousy
and could
for
make
him?
music.
So it was no reason for him to have beef with Dirk at all.
No. And his dumbass got caught with the pistol. So that's on you, bro. You can't, you see what I'm saying?
That's what jealousy do.
Exactly.
Because you're not thinking straight when you're jealous. Yeah.
But so apparently though, like his lawyer said, they've got some secret trump card that but it looks like if he doesn't go on the stand and testify and say it was him, he'll beat it.
Mm,
And it's possible though, even if he does point him out, that he could still beat it because
all because of fucking jealousy.
And I think Lil Durk really truly has changed. I don't think
Yeah.
All My Life was for nothing in any
Right.
of that, because seeing where he's at now versus like even 4 years ago when King Von was still alive,
Yeah.
is a much different.
It seemed like a lot of challenges came after he made that song All My Life.
Yeah, because,
You noticed that?
Yeah, because that's showing his side of maturity, and they want to keep it
Right. It's like everything was smooth up until after that song.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
and he
Lil
got
Durk
the key to the city.
Right.
And then they started fucking with him.
That's what I'm getting.
Because they want him to stay stuck in that cycle of violence.
Right,
That's where the money is.
right. And you see a lot of drill rappers and stuff, little young cats is.
Yeah, getting the chance of their lifetime, that fucking golden ticket.
But stuck in that gangster mentality and that hood
it's
shit.
It's the system. It's really the system. It's the modern day way that the white man is trying to cause the destruction of the fucking
business
black
as
man.
usual.
Yeah, and nowadays it's through fucking drill rap.
And any other kind of music they can taint.
Yep.
All right. Well, I had one more thing I want to touch on, and we gonna sign out. I wanted to touch on my principles, my way of looking at views and subscribers. I was just said right before you came in, I said it's not how many subscribers we get. You've heard me say this. It's not how many views we get. It's who's viewing. It's who's subscribing.
Heck yeah, dude. Exactly.
And I was just
quality
saying.
over quantity.
Yep. That's something Lance Scurv said. That's something he used to say. He still says it. But I was speaking on how when I listen to these speakers, I go on their channel to listen to them. And I might look at some of the comments and stuff, but I don't go on there to be nosy. I don't even go in the chat rooms. If they live, I'm on there to hear them speak or whoever speak, and I'm on there to hear them learn
and learn some
shit.
shit.
I'm not. How many views? No. That's if you're doing that, then you might want to check yourself. And these people that be.
It's not about your subscriber count and your views.
And you'll know who the real ones are. Right.
What you're putting out there. It's about sharing a common message with the world.
Yeah, because I got
and meeting like-minded individuals.
Yeah, because I was speaking on a sister. I said her name right before you came in. Her name is Queen Mayat Rogers, and she comments on some of my videos. She comes from Lance Scurv's platform. She don't have a real black platform. But supportive, cool as all get out. You know, I've supported her platform. I'm subscribed to her. I've even commented on some of her videos. She don't got no big volume of subscribers, a big volume of views. But I know her heart. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I look at. Then I have speakers I listen to that got a big platform. You know what I'm saying? So I share the love and get the love. I don't look at that because that shit'll fuck you up psychologically.
Right.
You can't look at that
shit.
New
age, like high school mentality.
And
click shit.
That's what the web is meant for. If you don't have your head in the right space, that's what it's meant for. To divide us, to have us comparing. Oh, you don't got that many subscribers. Oh, your platform ain't shit. Nah. Like you said on when you told me last time when you was over here, work with what we had. You know, and flirt and work that motherfucker to the wheel. Excuse my friend, till the fucking wheels fall off.
Yeah.
But don't hurt nobody in the process, cause it's gonna all be for nothing.
Right.
And when God give us a gift, He didn't say it's gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? When He gave us this life or gave us a journey or He touched us with something, this brother, sister, family, anybody, He didn't say it's gonna be easy. But He said you're gonna have it in the end if you listen to me. We talking about the real God. If you listen to me, I got you. He said, and that force to tell us it's gonna be some obstacles along the way. My son, my daughter. But if you stick with me and stick with the intuition that I have put in you, you will see that it was all worth it, and that you didn't hurt nobody and stood tall. You know, and don't accept things. And it's something, cause Cat Williams always come up with hip hop. This still hip hop what ifs and can't hide what's inside. Cat Williams is a trooper. Every other day I hear something he did. I swear. And somebody said, I don't know how much of amount, it was in the millions, turned it down 4 times. You know, because he had people come at him all, you know they want Cat bad. They can't wait to get, could you imagine if we heard something, we'll never hear nothing, because Cat Williams is 100% man. we'll never hear nothing feminine about Cat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you imagine if somebody, man, I'm telling you, they would be, oh, we got him, oh, we got another one. They say he turned down millions and millions of dollars 4 times. I don't know how, I think it was 60 million. I don't know how, it was a lot.
Wow.
And the guy had said on the podcast, I was like, that's a strong brother.
Yeah,
That's a brother that know.
He'll never give up his
Yeah,
integrity.
and I hope he never do, man. I hope he,
Same.
yeah, because they didn't fuck with him in the past too. So, yeah. But that's just something we wanted to speak on. It was just something that was in my spirit. And again, look at this photo, folks. Hip hop what ifs. What if things could have been different? And went a whole different way. And these things wouldn't even be a discussion. Real talk. But again, I want those that listen to me and Lord Lamont and look at this photo and tell me what you think. And again, that's why we said alleged. We don't think we know everything. We just speculate and we just analyze and go off our intuition, see what we think. So that's this has been another hip hop what ifs. I guess you can say father and son discussion. He came in on the middle of it, so I probably had to put that in the title. So this will be actually another father and son discussion, hip hop what ifs. And I don't care, you can't hide what's inside. Whatever we harbor, right. I say this so much, whether it's positive or negative, great divine, universe, or mother nature, it's gonna draw it out. So just be right within, just be the rightest brother and sister we can possibly be. And, fuck all that dumb shit. We gotta think about the future. Real talk. So anything else you wanna say, Lord Lamont, before I sign us out?
Again, happy holidays, everybody. Much love. Until next time.
All right. Let me see if we bring this back. All right, brothers and sisters. This has been another Hip Hop What Ifs, father and son discussion. He came in the middle of it. I know I spoke probably a good 30 minutes of it, but I had to get his take on it. And, don't be like what we see on this photo. It is just, you see what I read on those summaries. Jealousy is dangerous. Stress is dangerous. Love our brothers and our sisters. Support them. If we disagree to agree, as long as we know they're good from the heart, that's all that matters. Because we need to hear hard truth sometimes. And we got to know, I always tell my son, nobody's better, just different. But everybody doesn't live by that. We can't be threatened by those. It's always going to be somebody that may know a little more than we are. Maybe it would be a little bit more gifted. I'm relating to this photo here. You see what it's doing. You see what jealousy can do. So please don't harbor that shit. If you feel, anybody out there listening, if you feel things like that, see where it's coming from. Get rid of that shit. A lot of bad things can stem from jealousy. So, all right. And we'll see y'all on the next father and son discussion. And my son will have some music in the future. I will too. And as I said a few minutes ago, I got more music from L'Oreal Lyrical. May she rest in peace and in power. Yep. And we'll catch y'all on another one. And this is EBXCARES and
Lord Lamont.
All right. Brothers and sisters, families, generals all over the world, may you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are, right now. Salute.